Hi everybody, good morning. Before I start the video, as always, thank you all for the continuous support and for the likes, for subscribing, for commenting. I wanted to get into a really quick video on the SPX. Yesterday I did release another video midday about CPI and how that actually changed my decision more towards being on the bull side than anything else. And as of right now, it does look like we are headed towards 416, 430-ish. And again, today I am playing the, basically Powell talking. Last time that we actually ended up hitting a perfect entry on the bull trigger, we ended up rallying about almost $40, right? And again, perfect daily right here. Where's the low? And this happened in 13 days or so. So we do have a similar forecast, 13 days. Let's go 14. We'll do $40. We'll do $38. So as of right now, depending on how bullish, depending on how bullish Powell is, I am gonna be looking for a roughly between 416 and 430, somewhere in this range, right? I will be looking for this range by the end of this month, somewhere in this range right here, between 416 and 430. That's going to be my current target. If that actually hits, I am looking for, after we come up in here, somewhere in this area, I am looking for a retrace all the way back down to like $400 before we pop. Again, the CPI came in extremely ridiculously bullish, came in at 7.1. And I did say in my early morning video, I was like, you know what, if CPI does come in like 7.2 or under, like that's going to be really, really bullish to the upside, right? Even though we did close a bear week last week, I think we have a really good chance of completely just destroying this previous candle and just kind of overflowing it, right? Because we did close, again, perfect entry on the week, right? So perfect entry on the week would have been back here at 393. But because the CPI actually ended up recovering, and there's a really good chance that we keep pushing to the upside. So right now I am bullish. Again, today for Jerome Powell, I don't think he's gonna be all that bearish. I think he's actually gonna be pretty dovish to the upside, considering last report he was actually talking about already possibly seeing reduced interest hikes, right? So even a 0.5 interest rate hike increase would be, not really a pivot, but just, direction in the right way, right? It gives us an early sign that they're actually looking into, potentially slowing down the interest rate hikes, right? So SPX, not gonna do too much TA. I think by the end of this month, you could possibly go between 416 and 430. So that would probably be my official target right now. I did get a what is it called? A request for TA for Amazon. Again, very bullish on Amazon right now. The last time we actually ended up running a trigger on the daily, we actually ended up running from lows of here to highs of here, all within 8 days. So $15 within 8 days, right? We just hit this trigger here, roughly around the same area. Actually, let's do this. So same area, 15 from the low in 8 days, like around 1491. Let's go 1491. Sure, we'll do that, right? So by next week, I am gonna be looking for a 102 roughly target by the end of next week. That's what I'm looking for. But yes, again, it really just also depends on Powell. If everything he says is bullish, I am looking for I am looking for nothing but like bullish movement. And I think Amazon actually just closed a bullish week as well. I think it's running on a bullish week. Yes, it is. Still running on a bullish week, right? Still in a bull cycle, can definitely keep running towards the upside. Yeah, definitely think it can go. Definitely think Amazon can go back to like $102. And again, I'm looking for. we can go into coin again because I know coin. We talked about it a while ago. Coin, still think it's gonna go down. I forecast. We talked about this back on December 5th, and I did say that by December 13th we would actually see what is it called, a $32 coin. And it's definitely headed there. I might be off by a couple of days, but I still think that coin is headed down to 32.17, right? It seems very possible. Apple again, whoops, that's the right ticker, yeah, it is. So Apple keeps hitting this trend, and it just keeps selling off from here, which is kind of insane. But again, Apple closed a bull day on the weekly, still bearish, right? Still bearish on the weekly, but on the bull day, but right here, it can definitely keep trailing down. So as of right now, Apple, I am still pretty bullish on this. I'm looking for more upside potential on Apple, possibly breaking this trend, but it's extremely hard to tell with Apple what's going on. But if SPY keeps going up, more than likely, Apple's going to break this trend, keep pushing towards like 150 or so, roughly around that same time range that I have for the SPY, which is late December, right? I think somebody asked about BA again. Boeing again. I know. I talked about Boeing with my Patreon members and stuff back here. I did, I basically told them that I did think that we're gonna keep rallying to the upside, keep pushing. As of right now, Boeing still looks bullish, right? Boeing still looks pretty bullish. It looks like it's going to like 207. Is it gonna get there? I'm not 100% sure yet, but it does look like it's gonna keep rallying to the upside. If it does close a bear week like this, right? I'd say short it. And there's a very likely chance that you'll probably come back down here to like 140 or so. But as of right now, short term, it does look like it's going to go a little bit higher. Maybe it'll hit like almost 200 and then reject, come right back down. So as of right now, still bullish on BA. Possibly think that there's a likelihood as soon as it closes a bear week that it'll drop all the way down to 140. So again, BA, perfect example of my indicators being on the money here, right? So you would have shorted BA at 164, and you would have more than likely gone out on one of these support zones, right? One of these supports. So either you would have shorted, gone out at 140, or gone out at 120. You would have longed BA probably here, 140, for maybe like a month or two out. Kept pushing all the way up till maybe like trend here, which is like at 178 or so. Super cool on the indicators there. The dollar again closed the bear day yesterday, so I'm definitely bearish on the dollar, which means that I'm still pretty bullish on the market. If we actually do break this level, right, this 103 level, I do think we're going to come back to trend at like 103.2. It seems very likely that we keep dropping though, but as of right now, it does look like you are on TA. You are creating a clear bottom here, right? You're creating like a double top, but sort of like a double bottom, right? And then you also have a second wick low that's actually higher than your previous wick, right? And you're actually going to be closing a bullish entry right here. So I would definitely say we're getting very near to possibly shorting the market all over again. If you actually see this 4 hour run super hard and possibly come back all the way up to here for the 4 hour, very good chance that you see another big drop in the market. But again, depends. That if this closes, this won't close for another 3 hours and 22 minutes. So we definitely have to keep an eye out on this, because every 4 hour has been pretty successful again on the dollar, right? So 4 hour close, you pushed, came down, still pushed again. Perfect entry, 4 hour push, still push to the next resistance zone. So again, if you do close here, really good chance that you probably run up to 104.5 and then drop from there, right? So we'll come back to this maybe tomorrow. But it does look like there's a chance that it might actually close a 4 hour trigger here. But I saw in the lower time frames, and it does look like because you actually didn't cross this previous high, you are coming down, right? So again, I don't like doing things unless you have confirmation on the actual tickers themselves. Because right now, if you look at the 15-minute, it does look like you're going to come right back down to 103.6 right here on trend. And it does look like you have a lot of bear pressure. So the likelihood of this breaking is pretty high, right? Same thing for the 30-minute. 30-minute looks like it's coming back down. The hour actually is barely going to trigger right now, 21 minutes. But I do think the 15-minute will probably beat it. So I do think that as of right now, you have a really good chance coming back down the trend, breaking this, and actually coming all the way down to 103.2. We can go to Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin looks like it keeps pushing to the upside again. Same thing, like I told you guys in my last video. I was definitely very bearish on Bitcoin, and I thought it was going to come down here. But I said if CPI comes in lower, none of that TA matters. You're going to see everything rally. And again, what happened? CPI came in at 7.1, which is really, really good. So as of right now, I'm expecting Bitcoin to possibly, or more than likely, just keep pushing up towards trend. So as of right now, target for Bitcoin is like 19K. And then also looking at Ethereum, target for Ethereum also, even though you are retesting this trend up here, I do think it's possibly going to break this trend just because Bitcoin is going to break the trend. So I do think Ethereum is going back to like 1436 or so. And again, already broke that range. So definitely bullish on everything. Definitely SPY, I think 416, 430 by the end of this year. And then as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum still possibly going up. Definitely watching the dollar on the 4 hour though. Good chance that if that actually shoots to the 4 hour, you can possibly go back to like a $104 and then watch everything sort of tank a little bit to the lower side. But again, pretty bullish on everything. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.